All right, so I think I did one snippet on dating, but I'm the kind of person where I used to be open to having like good friends. So sometimes I would remain friends with people who maybe I don't hang out with all the time, but I still go to their events, I still go to their parties. We message every now and then, like, hey, how's it going? Okay, what kind of music you listening to now? That kind of thing. Very platonic, no big deal. But I think those types of things changed when I realized how the network of men in that specific group operated. I'll never forget. I wanted to keep it completely anonymous, but I'm not going to be that anonymous because I saw my friendship with this person who was my abuser one way, and this abuser saw our friendship something completely different. And one thing I've noticed about this group is if they have you in mind to target you for something, so if that is them trying to use you for resources or maybe connections, maybe in their mind they're thinking money, and then in some cases using you for illicit purposes like sex, if you don't know that this is what they're targeting you for, you're around them, but they're doing strange things, or they try to put you in compromising situations in order for whatever they're targeting you for it to happen. And so this specific person who was the abuser or aggressor all these years, I used to go to his events, and sometimes I would help like promote them online. And the one reason why I did that is because I thought I knew this person for a long time. And I also thought that what they were saying, which is that not that many people support their events. So I thought it should be harmless to be able to like promote parties, events, mixtapes, whatever online. And what I realized is most of the things that this abuser was saying were false. So it's not that people never supported them because they weren't a good DJ or whatever they do, but I think they've crossed people in the community many times, so people were not willing to support anything they did. And so I'll never forget, this is like maybe 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I was leaving the venue in which the person DJs at, and anyone who knew me back in the day, like I don't allow anybody to touch me now at all. No handshake, no nothing, because I don't know what people move with, right? And I gave the abuser a hug. And for all you black girls with afro hair, where you can wash and go and add your texture cream and gel to it, and it gets really curly, but it takes a long time to dry, so your hair is still wet. I was rocking that hairstyle that day. And I'll never forget, I reached to give the person a hug, and what should have been simple, hug, okay, take care, see you next time, this abuser ripped out a massive, I want to call it a massive tendril of hair. Like, the hair was so thick that I can feel it when it was ripped out of my head, and it was a purposeful rip or tear. And I remember actually going, what? And then I pulled my head back, and I actually touched the spot on my scalp where my hair had been missing. And for all of you who know or don't know, hair is energy. So when someone does pull your hair or chops your hair with scissors, you can feel those things because it's an extension of your nervous system. And I remember my hair chunk being pulled out, and this wasn't some kind of weird, passionate hug. It wasn't even like that. And it's only until years later I thought back as to why someone would do that. And that's when I realized that this specific person plays with the occult, and they ripped out a chunk of my hair so they can use it for that. So my abuser, my ex-abuser, not someone I ever dated, not someone I ever was in a relationship with except to be friends. You know what you do? I know that you did what you did. You will never do this to anybody ever again. Mark my words. You will never, ever be forgiven for ripping out my hair and using it for a cult. Anyone listening to this, be careful who you're around. I'm sure the world is changing and it's going to be a brighter place to live in, and we won't have to deal with people who do stuff like this. But still be conscious. Keep your vibration high. Don't let anybody take anything that belongs to you on your body, whether it's your clothing, your hair, anything. Thank you.